Perfect. The purpose-driven life. What on earth am I here for? I'm Jay Miller. Welcome to One North Main, BCA's magazine show, where we highlight the people, places, and events that make this city, our city, great. The Little Free Library program has taken the city by storm. What is the Little Free Library program? Lynn Smith, tell us, please.
We have a wonderful public library system here in Brockton, but sometimes just on the spur of the moment as you're walking by, it's so much fun to see a pop of color, to open up the door, to peek in, to see what books there might be inside, to take one home or sit in the park and read one, and then if you have a book at home that you want to share, come back to the Little Free Library and pop it in to share it with your neighbor.
Thanks, Lynn. We will focus on 4 locations today. Right here at the Boys and Girls Club, also at the Frederick Douglass Garden, a Little Free Library on Crescent Street, and City Hall Plaza. Outstanding. Sit back and relax and see what your community, the City of Champions, has to offer. What on earth am I here for? I hope there are answers.
My name is Lynn Smith. I've been a resident and a homeowner here in Brockton since 1985, and right now I'm a community volunteer. And 2 of the organizations that I volunteer with are the Frederick Douglass Neighborhood Association. You know, Frederick Douglass Avenue runs from Main Street up to Warren Avenue in downtown Brockton. And the Keith Park Neighborhood Association, the Georgie Keith Park, which is in Campello at the corner of Main and Plain and Montello Streets. So part of the focus of neighborhood associations is getting out, having fun events, meeting our neighbors, and creating stronger bonds so that as we get to know each other, we get to trust each other, we get to share information with each other, and we build stronger community. So one of the projects we took on in the spring was this Little Free Library project. You know, a lot of people talk about the poverty of money, but not too many people talk about the poverty of time. So there was a young man in Wisconsin whose mom was a school teacher, and she passed away, and to honor him, he built a little box and put it out in front of his house and put a sign on it that said, "Take a book, leave a book." And that was the start of the Little Free Library movement. We have one in the park next to the Boys and Girls Club on Warren Avenue, and the Boys and Girls Club are the steward of that Little Free Library. So they make sure it's loved and cared for and stocked with books. We're here right next door to the Boys and Girls Club because they're the stewards of this library. A Little Free Library is very simple. Take a book, leave a book. So as folks are walking by, they have the fun to peek into the library, see if there's a book that interests them, take it home, read it, keep it, and then maybe they have a book at home that they love that they want to share with someone else. So a lot of work went into the making of this library. First of all, the students at Southeast Regional Vocational Technical High School, Mr. Roy Blanchard's class, that actually made them and installed them. Our other stewards of our other 3 libraries, Community Connections, which has one in Finnegan Park, Love Alliance Church, which has one in City Hall Plaza, and then the Frederick Douglass Neighborhood Association, which has one in Douglass Garden. So what I'd like to do is invite Josh Welper up from the Boys and Girls Club, and he's going to say a few words. Josh, right over here.
Okay. Thank you guys very much. The Boys and Girls Club of Brockton is very fortunate and very blessed to be a part of the first 4 little free libraries in the city of Brockton, and our kids are really excited about the opportunity, and we're just again very happy to partner with the Frederick Douglass Association, the Votech School who made this happen by creating these, and all the other hands that were involved to really try to better and continue to better the city of Brockton, as we all care about so much. What I want to do is invite a few of my Torch Club members. Torch Club is a leadership program here for our young people ages 11 to 13. They're really focused on community service, fundraising, and really just bettering the lives of the kids and their peers at the Boys and Girls Club and also within the city of Brockton. So with us we have a few members out in the crowd. I know there's a few members of the Torch Club. I have a few here that I'll ask to come up. They're in t-shirts today. Come on up, guys. We also have the advisor of the Torch Club, Jimmy Melton. If you want to just come on and stand over here, guys. So, on behalf of the Torch Club and the Boys and Girls of Brockton and all the hands that were involved in this, Anna Rielis here wants to say a couple words on behalf of the Torch Club.
Hey! Could we do one thing, Josh, first?
Yeah.
Let's take off the cloth so we can see the design. Can I have a 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3! Ta-da! Yay! All right. Tell us a little bit about your work.
Say who you are.
I'm Ariel Valentine, and our Torch Club members work really hard on this, and we have Fred Douglass in the front, and then we have on the back, we will Torch Club, and we work really hard at this, and we're proud to have the little library here for the little kids to take books and items from the back.
Great. Good job. Now we have one more person that we'd like to invite up, and that's Mark Lindy. He's the general manager at Brockton Community Access, but he's also, more importantly, a member of the school committee and a wonderful representative of Southeast Regional Votech. Mark.
Thanks, Lynn. I'm really glad to be here, and I'm happy to see our students and our teacher, Roy, partnering with the Frederick Douglass Neighborhood Association and the Boys and Girls Club for all the 4 locations. The kids made these, labor of love. We love doing stuff for the community, and makes it even more special. My first job before anybody ever knew me at cable was I was a library page. I got the books at the library for people when I was 15 years old. I love books. I love to read. Little different concept. Get a book, take a book. At the library, you bring them back. Over here, you bring a different book back. So I just want to applaud Lynn and everybody here for being involved in this, and I'm hoping they're going to be here for many years to come, and it's going to spread throughout the community. And I guess I have I get the ceremonial little free library, take one, leave one, and it goes right here on the hook. And there we go. Thank you.
And the other thing before Mark goes is we have a wonderful announcement to thank Southeast Regional Votech. They're having their awards dinner tonight for all of their graduating seniors.
And the award, help me out, refresh my memory.
And because Roy Blanchard, who's the carpentry teacher, every time I went to him, Roy said, yes we can, yes we can. And so tonight at the awards dinner, we're awarding a $500 scholarship in Roy's name because he said, yes, we can. So give him a hand.
Yep. And you heard it here first because I don't even think Roy knows about it yet. So there you go.
So I understand some folks might have some books to put in the library. So come on up if you have a book you'd like to put in. the reasons it was very important for the Frederick Douglass Neighborhood Association to get involved in this project was that when Frederick Douglass was a young slave, it was illegal to teach the slaves how to read. But he overheard lessons that were given on the plantation. He would snatch up scraps of paper on the ground and learn how to read from those scraps of paper. And so a very wise man said one time, reading is not a chore, it should be a gift. And so this is the Frederick Douglass Neighborhood Association and Southeast Regional VOTEC and the Boys and Girls Club gift to Brockton. And we hope everybody in Brockton loves it, enjoys it, and stewards it. Thank you so much. Our second one is in the Frederick Douglass Garden, which is a little plot of land on Douglass Avenue that we reclaimed from the weeds, and Messiah Baptist Church is the steward of that little free library. And we welcome you today to our community garden. You know, Frederick Douglass once said, without struggle, there is no progress. And all of you who have volunteered in this garden to pick up trash and move rocks and plant flowers and pull weeds know the struggle that sometimes comes with reclaiming a space. But this is all about community spirit. I want to thank Bob Buckley for coming and representing the mayor's office and to share in the unveiling. The city has always been a supporter of neighborhood associations and what we're trying to do. So today we're planting another seed in this garden. This concept of a little free library is very simple. Take a book, leave a book. It's free. You know, we talk sometimes about poverty of money, but sometimes we don't talk about the poverty of time. And sometimes just on the spur of the moment, to see something like this, to make you smile, to look inside, to have the fun of discovering something new, that's what it's all about. It's building a neighborly spirit. And so you take a book, it's free, and then someday when you're walking by, you put one of your favorite books in. We have a wonderful library system here in Brockton. This isn't part of the public library. This is just a sharing opportunity. So I'm going to ask first for Mr. Buckley to come up and join me as I recognize some of the people who made this possible. First of all, Roy Blanchard. Come up, Roy. This man at Southeast Regional VOTEC, every time I went to him and his crew, you know what he said? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. From the young men who made these libraries to the young men today, Eduardo and Ryan and Denzel, who installed it in our garden, yes, I can. That's what Southeastern Regional VOTEC is all about. So give them a hand. And on Sunday, we had a wonderful ceremonial blessing of the library. And not only did they bless the library, but they blessed me. Don't I look like I have a halo? Absolutely. To my folks at the Boys and Girls Club, who have made a library that's going to go in right in the park next to their building on Warren Avenue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And they came last week and spread all this mulch and pulled all of the weeds. To my folks over here from the Family Center and Community Connections, can you see this little library painted with the handprints of the little children from the Family Center? So thank you to Nikki and Juliana for that. And in back of it, the masterpiece that was done by an artist who shall remain anonymous from Love Alliance Church. Wait till you see the red stripes inside that one. And the mayor has promised that that one will go on our new City Hall Plaza once it's been ready and finished to go. We could not have done this without all of you volunteers here. The Helping to Unite cleanup crew, the Summer of Work and Learning crew, the Brockton Garden Club, people like Linda, people like Andy, people, who else is here, like Cindy, that come every week and weed whack and pull and donate plants. All of these plants you see are donated. It's a true community effort. It's truly amazing. So to talk about amazing, the first thing we're going to do is unveil our library, and then I'm going to ask Jill to talk a little bit about her design.
North Star is a very familiar universal favorite of quilters. That also is the name of his anti-slavery newspaper that he began publishing in 1847, Frederick Douglass's North Star. Then the Tree of Life is a universal symbol of creation. Most cultures have some aspect of it, but particularly in Africa. And in Haiti, when I went looking for quilts, many of them had a tree of life on them. So when you see Tree of Life, it's really part of the African diaspora. And so Liberty Tree of Life is to commemorate and remember the Liberty Tree that used to stand down the street. We have the Irish chain, and this is called Patty Lane. Pastor Walker gave us a rather extended description of the fact that Patty was really almost a derogatory term, hence the term Patty Wagon. And so as we see Patty Lane, we'll try to resurrect a positive notion. But this is Irish chain. It's very common in quilters, and it's done in the colors of the Irish flag, orange, green, and white. And Market Flower celebrates the colorful and vibrant cultures of Central America, South America. A lot of people who live in Brockton are from those areas, but also Cape Verde, which has a tremendous number of people who call that their homeland who live in Brockton. So Market Flower is that. On the back, this is a dedication to the women, the work of women, because Frederick Douglass was a stalwart supporter of women, especially equal rights, and also which was equal rights for everybody, but certainly the right to vote, even in the 1800s. But we have a replication of interpretation of the spirit of Gee's Bend, which was a remarkable exhibit that was at the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. Women from Alabama who made quilts. Those reflected in the Amish and quilts, and that's another background. Then Sunbonnet Sue is a very common one if you come to look at it. But I thought in this case, Quilt Blocks 2015, we should call ours Sunbonnet Lynn, because she represents all the gardeners here.
We thought it might be appropriate for you to place a book in the library that's called The Giving Quilt.
Oh, nice. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. What a beautiful book. Who'll be the first to take this one?
First of all, I've been truly blessed over the last few years with some wonderful students that do very, very well academically and skill-wise in the shops. And it's just been amazing. Over the last few years, we've had many skills award winners in district competitions and state competitions. In 2012, we had an award winner. Got a gold in the states, and then went on to nationals and got a silver. But not only this weekend, we also had another winner who got a gold in a state competition in carpentry and is going to go on to nationals. And we have other students that are going to do the same. So it's, I'll tell you, it's one of the best places I've ever worked, and I just love the kids here.
Thank you so much. So Roy, in honor of your work and the teamwork of your students, we'd like you to put this book in the library. It's called Boys in the Boat, and it's the story of a 1936 team that went to Berlin and competed in the Olympics and won gold medal in rowing. But more than just teamwork, it's about the care and the exquisite detail that went into the building of the boat that won them the gold medal. Thank you so much, Roy.
Thank you. I'll just put it in. Everybody's spoken so highly of Lynn and her projects, and I'm so glad to have met you over these last few years, and just really, really proud of the work that you put into our community. It was definitely needed, and sometimes you don't always have to have a lot of money or stature or status to do really good things on the ground. So we all applaud you and thank you for volunteering your time and helping us to redevelop.
Thank you, sir. Last but not, Bob is representing the city that says yes, and also the Parks Commission, because our other 3 libraries will be installed in our City of Brockton parks. So, Bob.
Thank you. I just want to piggytail on what the counselor said. Lynn sent me some notes this morning to talk, to ask you all or to talk about all the contributions. But in order for a collaboration to work, you need a leader. And Lynn Smith, she's a leader. I would say I've gotten 17,000 emails since I became Chief of Staff, and 4,000 of them are from Lynn Smith. So and again, we may not agree on issues in the city of Brockton, but we all have the same goal. We want this to be the best city it possibly can be, and this city, because of the effort of Lynn Smith, is much better today than it was a few years ago. So I want to just thank you for everything that you want to do.
And so, in honor of Bob and his work that he does for the city, I'm asking you to place this book in the library, the Book of Answers.
I just don't know the questions. I have the answers. Oh.
I left it.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Shana.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Curious George says thank you. And Frederick Douglass Neighborhood says thank you. Awesome. This one in back of me, in Finnegan Park here in Brockton, the steward is Community Connection and the Family Center, and the little children, as part of the program, rolled paint on their hands and painted this one with their handprints. So they will love this one and stock this one and steward this one. I'd like to welcome all of you today for the unveiling of number 3 of our 4 little free libraries. You know, the concept of a little free library is pretty simple. As you walk by, peek in, see if there's a book that might interest you, and borrow it. And maybe you have a book at home, and after you finish reading it, when you walk by, you pop it in and let someone else in the community borrow it. So my name is Lynn Smith. I'm with the Frederick Douglass Neighborhood Association, and we took this project on because reading was so important to Frederick Douglass. Now, this isn't part of the City of Brockton library system, which is wonderful. This is just a community sharing library. And there were a lot of people that made this happen. First of all, the young men who actually built them at Southeastern Regional Votech. And one of those young men is with us. Where's Nicholas? Nicholas, give us a wave. So thank you, Nicholas, and Blanchett, and all the folks at Southeastern for making them. Each one of our little free libraries has a steward that will love it and care for it and fill it. So I'd like to introduce Juliana from Community Connections, who's going to come up and unveil our library and then talk a little bit about its design. Juliana, can we give her a 1, 2, 3 for the ta-da? 1, 2, 3, ta-da!
I would like to thank Lynn for her effort and really pushing the community to come together to talk about a little more about literacy. It's so important that our families in Brockton have access to books, and by giving us this gift of a library to the community, there'll be a lot more access, so families can, if they don't have time to go to the library when it's open, they can always have access to books. We at the Family Center are very proud to be able to continue taking care of this library moving forward. If you would like to donate different books to the libraries, you can always drop it at the Family Center. We'll be able to donate, to share them throughout the different libraries, and we're very happy. I would like to call on Nikki Midrace here to talk about a little bit about the work of art and how it come about, and the effort that the children at the Family Center did to make this beautiful design.
Thanks, Juliana. So I personally always been a fan of the Little Free Library project. I've seen it grow over the years, and it's a nationwide movement. And when I saw that Lynn and the Frederick Douglass Neighborhood Association were bringing these to Brockton, I knew that it was a perfect match for our work at the Family Center. So we talked about it, and we thought, what's the best way to decorate ours? And we basically invited the children to come one day and put their hands in paint and cover it with their handprints. So these are the children of the Family Center. We feel that it's a great representation of our hands-on work with them, if I can be so funny. As well as the different colors to represent, you know, the diversity of our families. In addition, one thing that we like to do in our library is that we've made a commitment to provide books in many languages that represent the makeup of our community. We believe in literacy in any language, so we have invited people to bring books in different languages just so that everybody can have access to this great resource. So thank you so much. This is Hannah. Her handprint is on here somewhere.
And so, Hannah, here is a book, Cinderella, in English and in Spanish, for you to put in the library. Juliana, you might have to help her with the knob. It's still a little tight. Good job.
So if we can invite anybody who's brought books.
All right, can I ask Nick? Nick is here representing the mayor's office. And since we're in the shadow of Edison plant, we asked Nick to place one in the library. Who is calming down the Edison? Oh, yes. I'll take the dog. And so we've asked Chris to put Humpty Dumpty into the library. Good job. Thank you. Who else wants to put a book into the library? Good job. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah. Oh!
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
And we do invite the community to join us to make this ongoing community sharing of books and knowledge. So come and join us. Take a book, bring a book home, bring a book back, whatever it takes for literacy to come throughout, to go forward with in Brockton. Wow.
We have another one, a beautifully decorated little free library. Each side represents the 4 seasons, and it's going to go into the GAR Park, which is right next door to City Hall Plaza. We do this not only to encourage reading, to encourage a sense of surprise as you see something beautiful in the city, but also to create a sense of community and sharing and taking care of each other. And that's the whole point of the Little Free Library. It's take one, leave one, but it's also share with your neighbor.
Oh, Thomas. Well, there you have it, Brockton. Another One North Main in the books. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we enjoyed covering the Little Free Library. To learn more about Brockton Community Access, please visit our website at bcatv.org. You can also check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/The Brockton Channels, all one word. For everyone in One North Main, I'm Jay Miller. We'll see you around town.